All right guys, I'm back at my neighbor's house. We're getting ready to do the air leakage test again with the blower door system to see how much of an improvement we made reducing air leakage in the house from doing air sealing work up in the attic, sealing all the top plates and the penetrations, doing the spray foam work on the attic knee walls and the vaulted ceilings, insulating those the master bedroom closet, that kind of bonus room that sticks out above the garage, and even doing the closed cell spray foam in the crawl space and the vapor barrier. So I'm hoping to see a pretty good reduction in air leakage. So I'm gonna turn this thing on here in a minute and see what we get. So this is the final air leakage number. We're sitting at about 2,550 CFM, between 2,530 and 2,550 CFM. I'm gonna look up what the first number was and compare it to what we got now, and then calculate what the reduction was for all the work that we got done. All right, so now I'm using my top-down infrared camera smartphone attachment here to see where the air is still leaking. And right away I can see the big spot is at the bottom here. So there's actually a one of these little padded things to stop air from coming in, but it's definitely not airtight. They need to add a door sweep down there to make sure that that is completely airtight. So that's the first thing that I see. So right here, this is a place where the top plates, it looks like they did not get sealed entirely. So you can see a little bit of air leaking through there. Not sure how that got missed, but this is a connection between the main attic and the small attic space above. Another place I can see right there is where the junction box for the light on the ceiling, doesn't look like that got sealed to the drywall. That's a pretty easy fix. But over here before, there was a lot of air coming through this top plate where the return duct is on the wall. And I don't see anything now, so that's great. Looks like at the top of this wall, we've got leakage across the top plate that did not get sealed, and across these top of these two windows. Definitely across the top of that window. A lot of these windows don't get caulked. The trim does not get caulked on the top side of the window because the painters don't actually see that. Now we're in the master bathroom. This knee wall was really hot in the summertime because all it had was fiberglass insulation on it. And it was connected to this wall cavity a little bit. Basically, this duct started sweating in the summertime because of how hot the attic was just above the duct and how cold the duct was. The exhaust fan is pulling air from outside because there's no backdraft damper on it, so that's something that could be added. And then this section over here was inaccessible from the attic space because it's actually a cathedral ceiling. So it's like the skylight up there is leaking a little bit. On the right-hand side, that could be caulked. And then this can be sealed up better. So I think we're gonna get some LED retrofit lights and seal up these can lights. Now let's check out where the flue chase was before. Hey, before we get back to the video, if you're watching this to understand how to make your home more comfortable, healthy, and efficient, I have a great offer that you don't want to miss. I spent months creating the Home Comfort Advisor course to provide a simple yet comprehensive guide to understanding the fundamentals of building science and how to actually fix home comfort issues the right way without wasting time and money on stuff that doesn't work. So if you want to take your knowledge to the next level and finally get control of your home's issues, then head over to myhomecomfortadvisor.com to learn more and get signed up today. All right, now back to the video. So in this closet, there was a flue pipe from the water heater and the gas furnace that was abandoned. And it looks like that got sealed up really well. I was up there when they did that. I know that that was done well, and the infrared camera confirms that. You can see a little bit actually right there. Much better than it was before. And then the attic access is in here. And there's still a little bit of leakage where the trim meets the ceiling on the right side and on the bottom right there. So again, a little bit more caulk around the trim where the trim meets the ceiling. We'll take care of that. This room looks pretty good too, with the exception of, again, a little bit of leakage across the top of the window. That one definitely has a lot more. So that's an easy fix. Top plates are good all the way across here. And then again here, we've got recessed lights that just need to be sealed up with the LED retrofits. And we can do that from below. Don't need to get up in the attic for that. But again, look at that, how much air is coming through the top of that window. Super easy fix, just silicone the top of that trim to the wall. So I'm down here in the unfinished part of the basement where they've got open cell spray foam installed in the rim joist here. And this is where there was a cantilever from a bay window upstairs. And part of it we could not get to. Most of it we could get to. And you could see here, this looks like it was all sealed pretty good. The part that we could not get to was up here on the left-hand side, on the other side of this wall, in part of the finished area. And that is the only spot right there where I see any issue. So basically right there behind the duct, that's the only spot where I see any kind of an issue right there. And then the other thing we did, sealed up this crawl space with closed cell spray foam. I can see right here, I'm not sure if this got sealed when they were here or not. I think they completely missed this. This is where you've actually got, looks like a duct goes to the outside. That must be another cantilever here or something. And there's a plumbing pipe that goes from the outside into the house right here. So I'm gonna have the spray foam company come back and see if they can pull that out and hit that maybe with a 2-part foam kit or something to seal that up, because there was definitely air coming through that connection right there. And then in here, so last time I was here, I noticed that the vapor barrier in the crawl space had blown up like a balloon, and I posted a video about it. And now that I've got the blower door running, you can definitely see it happening again. So this is the crawl space. Look at this vapor barrier. It is blown up. So I got the blower door running. It's depressurizing the house. It's pulling in air, making this vapor barrier blow up. So I'm glad we got this sealed, because this was definitely a point of air infiltration in the crawl space. All right, so I just got done doing the second blower door test on the house after all the air leakage work was done on the house. And my new number is about 2530, 2550 CFM at a 50 Pascal pressure difference. The first number we had was 3193, so call it 3200. So it's about a 600 to 700 CFM reduction in air leakage. And if you do the math, it's about a 20% reduction in air leakage in the house for the work that we did. And I did find some other places that he can improve upon, sealing the trim on the windows and some recessed lights and some other stuff like that. That's going to be relatively easy to take care of. But to put this into perspective, so his house is, we'll say, close to 4,000 square feet, including the basement area. And it's a 35-year-old house. And if this house was built today, the average air leakage rate would be about 1/2 CFM per square foot. So that would be like 2,000 CFM. So compared to a new construction house, he's just over that 1/2 CFM per square foot ratio. And there's still some more room for improvement. So I'm pretty pleased with it. There is some more room to go, especially the improved comfort that came from doing the work is really what they were going after. So that's what we got on this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.